You see people every day. Some pass by, some ask for help, and most you'll forget. But once in a while, one of them has a story that stays with you. There was a man named Jake. He lived at a train station. Every day, he asked travelers for money. That's how he survived. One day, Jake saw a tall man in a suit. He looked rich. Jake thought to himself, he'll give me more than the others. So he asked for help, but the man didn't just walk away. He stopped, and he said something that Jake had never heard before. You always ask from others, but have you ever given anything to anyone? Jake was silent. Then he replied, I'm just a beggar. I have nothing to give. The man looked at him and said, if you can't give, you don't have the right to ask. I'm a businessman. I believe in give and take. If you offer something, you'll get something. Then he walked onto the train and disappeared. Jake sat there, thinking. The man's words hit him hard. Maybe I don't get much, because I never give. But one thought kept circling in his mind. What can I give? I have nothing. For 2 days, he had no answer. But on the third day, he saw something. Wildflowers growing quietly near the train tracks. And just like that, an idea hit him. What if I give a flower to each person who gives me money? So he picked a few flowers. That day, when someone gave him coins, he smiled and gave them a flower. People liked it. They smiled back. Some even kept the flowers. Jake did it again the next day, and the day after that. More people gave him money. More people stopped to talk, and slowly, something changed in Jake. He stood a little taller. He felt different. Then one day, he saw that same businessman again. Jake ran up to him and said, today, I have something to give you. Here's a flower. The man smiled and gave Jake money. Then he said, you've become a businessman, just like me. That moment changed Jake's life. He looked up at the sky and whispered to himself, I'm not a beggar anymore. I'm a businessman. 6 months passed. At the same station, 2 well-dressed men were chatting. One of them said, do you remember me? The other man didn't. So Jake smiled and said, we met twice. The first time, you didn't help me. The second time, you bought a flower. I was the beggar. The man was shocked. Jake laughed gently and said, now I sell flowers in 3 cities. You taught me a rule. We only receive when we give. I was never a beggar. I just didn't believe in myself. But people weren't giving me money. They were buying flowers. I just didn't see it that way before. And that's when Jake truly changed. He went from begging for coins to building a business with nothing but flowers, belief, and a new way of thinking. Because sometimes what really needs to change isn't the world. It's how we see ourselves. And that's when everything starts to grow.